Functions. The kidney doesn't just make urine, okay? It actually does a whole bunch of stuff. Excretion of metabolic waste products and foreign chemicals. You could argue that that's probably the most important function of the kidney. Our metabolism is not perfect. We make toxins, okay? And if we don't get rid of the toxins we make, they build up in our body, and then the concentration gradients reverse and cells start to die. So getting rid of those metabolic waste products is what the kidney is primarily for. And we'll see that all of its functions really are geared towards that getting rid of the waste products. Now, once we've done that, we also need to regulate water and electrolyte balance. We don't measure our water and measure our salt every day, right? We go willy-nilly through life and we eat and drink whatever we want. And the kidney does the job of regulating all that for us so that our plasma volume is where we want it. The kidney regulates osmolality, osmolarity, and electrolyte concentration. Because of how the kidney works, it's a very good site for monitoring and controlling the levels of molecules dissolved in the plasma. Ultimately, the kidney is regulating arterial blood pressure. Now, we've talked about the cardioacceleratory center. We've talked about the heart's role in this. So how can I say so boldly that the kidney is the site of arterial pressure regulation? Long-term blood pressure is established by the kidney. Okay, that's what I mean by that. Not the second-to-second stuff, that's nervous system, but the weeks to months arterial pressure is established by the kidney. The kidney plays a role in acid-base balance. Now, so do the lungs, and they play two very different roles. The lungs do the big work of getting rid of acid by releasing CO2. The kidney's role in acid-base balance is to control pH in all the other ways that are necessary for that to happen. So anything that doesn't have to do with excreting CO2 is the kidney's job. The kidney regulates erythrocyte production. It does so by essentially measuring oxygen carrying capacity. When the blood doesn't have enough oxygen carrying capacity, the kidney releases erythropoietin. Erythropoietin then stimulates red blood cell formation. The kidney secretes, metabolizes, and excretes a variety of hormones. Okay, remember there aren't very many ways for chemical messengers to leave the body, right? They are either destroyed or they are excreted. Well, one of the places they're excreted is the kidney. And then finally, kind of a weird one, the kidney is responsible for a fair bit of gluconeogenesis. If you remember that from biochemistry, that's the formation of new glucose molecules from other component pieces, all right? The liver plays a major role in this too, but the reason the kidney plays a role here, the kidney has high blood flow, it has plenty of oxygen, both are necessary for gluconeogenesis. And then the magic, the kidney is where nitrogen is released from the body. That's urea, right? Urea is the primary component of urine. Urea is a nitrogen-heavy waste product. Goes like this. We take in more protein than we need. The protein gets broken down and used as fuel. The nitrogen stays behind. Remember, the mitochondria can't eat nitrogen, right? So where does the nitrogen go? Goes to the kidney. The kidney releases it. So if you have gluconeogenesis from protein, you're going to end up with a lot of urea. It makes sense to go ahead and produce that urea in the kidney where it's going to be released, right, into the urine. So some functions